Hey YouTube, welcome to a new video. I'm Philip Jacob and you're watching Metal Beings. On today's video, we have the Mitsubishi Pajero Sport. So the car we have here today is a 2015 model. Pajero Sport came to India in the year 2012 and that was only the manual versions at that point of time. And then later, when the sales were not picking up, they introduced the automatic after the 2015. So at 2015, there was the manual version and also the automatic version. The automatics were only the two-wheel drive versions. And then later on, there came a select model, which was even more fancy. Hindustan Motors went all ahead and they could paint each and every panels in whatever colors you like. But thankfully, the Indian market did not choose such. And we have such good cars in the market right now. And then in 2020, it ended where Mitsubishi left the country. So let's go a detailed walkthrough about this car. So the first thing we notice is that it has a very beautiful stance. It is high up. It has a very good approach angle. You have this bonnet, it has around like 3 creases on them. And you have the Mitsubishi logo, which is pretty huge. The pre-facelift had a split grille, which had like vertical lines on them, whereas this has these horizontal chrome accents on them. The headlights, you have projector headlamps with 2 domes in them. You had a fog lamp also. So over here we have some additional lights just in case of off-roading and things like that. And as I told, the approach angle, it is really good. And people who go for extreme off-roading, what they used to do is they just used to remove this or the bumper or change the bumper on the whole to make it a little bit more better. And when we come to the side, we see this huge wheel arches. It does give that SUV appeal, right? It gives us a high raised position and it is arched completely out. You also have this extra accessory, which is a mirror on the fender. And when we come to the side, we notice these 17-inch wheels. We always know that Pajero owners don't usually change these alloy wheels because these alloy wheels itself look really fancy on the whole, right? And you have these rubber claddings. The quality is really so good. Like, it's from 2015 and you see these rubber qualities, it is still good out on these cars. And when we come to the side, this has a two-tone paint finish. So you have the white portion on the top and the red in the bottom. You have this beautiful Pajero Sport branding on the side on each of the doors. You have the chrome accents on the handlebars. You have a roof rail, which is a really practical one. People usually carry their tents or roof racks or anything like that, which is really possible. And the ground clearance is also pretty good. Like, under extreme off-road conditions is only when you're going to hit the belly of the car. Otherwise, there is no chance on earth that you're going to hurt the underbelly of this car. And for easy entry and access, you also had this footboard. And the doors, when you open, you have very wide opening doors. You have easy entry and exit. And also, if there are elders who are there in your family using this car, you can just use this footboard and just step down easily. It's a really practical space. And when we come at the back, again, the same beautiful wheel arches come over here. You'll be able to see the play over here, right? It's pretty huge for a stock suspension, by the way, right? And these 17-inch rims with these tires really give a good look on the whole. And this is the main part where you see Pajeros. Like, even in the SFXs you see, they also used to have the same color shade where the rear used to have another color and the front used to have another color. Luckily, this car has a beautiful red and a white combination and it looks really good. And as we come to the rear, you see these tail lamps. In the pre-facelift, it used to be fully red and an orange accent. You know, the typical JDM look, right? So over here we have the white accents of them. Looks a little bit more modern. And you have this huge windshield at the back and you have a spoiler which gives a good look for the car. You have the chrome accents on the whole. And if you open this, you have a very flat space where you can park in your things. And also there is a third row of seats which you can pull back. And yes, of course, kids can sit in that, adults maybe for short drives, but yeah, it's a very practical space for the kids. And any tools and everything as such is there underneath. The spare wheel is underneath the car, so removing that is a different way. It's not inside the boot. So that is one thing. but the space is very well laid out. You have like a charging point, you have cup holders in them, you have lots of spaces where you can put in different things and make it look very neat over here. And the quality of each and every thing on this car is, of course, Japanese, right? It can't be crap. So that's about the exterior part. So let's go to the interior and check what's available on the interior of this car. So right now we are seated inside the Pajero Sport 2015, and first of all, it has a commanding position and the steering wheel is right on spot. And of course, the owner of this driver and me are almost same height, so I have the actual driving position also over here. The steering wheel has a beautiful 3-spoke steering wheel. Left hand side, you have the controls for the media. Right hand side, you have cruise control. So from the factory itself, cruise control was available, and there are some cars which did not come also. You could retrofit them, and you have these beautiful analog dials which also shows you the four-wheel drive systems activation on that also. And when you come to the middle, you have this beautiful layout. So a small story, the beginning versions only had this MID and a small DIN music player, the single DIN music player, and this had a lot of information. And when a facelift came, they took away this MID and gave only a big double DIN music system. People initially just took it, but later on they wanted this also because it had a lot of information on that. And luckily, this car has both of it. It has this double DIN music system and also this MID. It has a lot of information. It has like graphs, fuel economy, altitude, whatever you needed for the off-roading, you have that. Even the latest cars right now don't have that, by the way, right? So it has most of those information over here. We'll talk about them in detail. And while coming down, you have this air conditioning system which is automatic over here. And fun fact about the air conditioning system is that you have two blowers on the roof at the back. The complete system is at the rear. You can switch off the rear air conditioning system from here itself. Of course, it saves a lot, right? And then you also had parking sensors button out over here. You can switch on and switch off them too. And then while coming over here, we have this beautiful gear selector, which is right on spot. You have the clutch, which is really smooth for like city driving also. It is smooth, but the play is a little bit too much. But then, yes, it is practical over here. People can use it easily. And you also have this legendary four-wheel drive system over here. We'll talk about them also in detail. For practicality, you have two cup holders. You have this manual handbrake system. This handrest, it has a small space, and then if I open it further, you have a deeper space which also has a charging port inside. This is also typical Mitsubishi stuff, right? Even my CDR has the same thing. You can open the first one and then the deeper one inside. The seats, you have these beautiful seats out over here. The driver's seat is really comfortable. You have like 8-way adjustable of the electrical seats, whereas the co-passenger has a little bit of a problem, whereas it is a little low. So a person is sitting here, his knees would be very up high. So that is one issue over here. Most of them alter it by making it a little bit more higher. But yes, you can move it forwards and backwards, and those controls are still there. And for safety part, you have two airbags in the front and a huge rear view screen out over here. You have the mirrors on each side, vanity mirrors, and you also have, for practicality, which has a sunglass holder. Currently, vehicles are not even offering them. So now let's go to the rear. So right now we are seated at the rear of the Pajero Sport, and as you can see, I am in a comfortable position. I am 6 foot tall, and this driving position is kept for my height. And as you can see, I can put my foot all the way to the front, and I have a comfortable position because of this handrest on either sides. And you also have practicality to cup holders. The adjustability of the seats, the backrest can be angularly adjustable, but sadly we cannot adjust the bottom portion. There was a pre-facelift version which could do it, but it was very less number of models which had it. Those customers are pretty lucky. But this one doesn't have that. That is one point. 5 people can comfortably sit over here. Like the third person, this tunnel is not going to cause any trouble to them because it's pretty low. The car itself is very high, so they need not take space from inside the car, right? And for comfort, I have these air vents out over here. I have the controls for the air vents also at the back. And I have some hooks and a handlebar also over here to hold on in case of extreme off-roading, right? So that's it from the rear portion of the car. So the engine we have here is a 2.5 liter common rail direct injection system, which is a 4-cylinder diesel, of course, and this is called as the 4D56T. So T stands for turbo. Yes, the car came with a turbo itself. And the numbers, power, it produces around 178 bhp and 400 Newton meters of torque. Whereas the automatic which came in had 50 Newton meters lesser amount of torque. The engine is really powerful. It not only is there in this Pajero Sport, in other countries you have the pickup version of this which has the same engine. You have different versions, of course. And the fun fact is that some say this engine is also there in some small buses, right? So it's a really powerful engine and reliable. Only then it can go into buses, right? So that is also one fun fact about this engine what we have in this car. Another fun fact about this Pajero Sport is that in different countries this car was sold, right? So there were different versions of this car. So actually this came up from the Triton, which is a pickup truck like a Hilux, right? So in India it came as an SUV, but there is a clause over here also. There is a normal SUV and there is a wide body SUV. So Mitsubishi for India gave its wide body. So wide body is basically these extra flares. Other countries, some did not have that, whereas this car has that, which is a wide body in the front. At the rear, this is the wider wheel arches, which may be small when we talk about, but it gives a really good impression when you see the car on the road. So that's it from me, guys, on this Pajero Sport. I hope you like this review. Please do like, share and subscribe to this channel. I'm putting another video with a detailed explanation on the ownership along with the owner. So I'll see you guys in another video with another car. Until then, goodbye.